Hi everyone, this is Amy from Alpha Advisors. Today we have an amazing guest from Hult International Business School. Hult is known for its amazing career destination. Our student from Hult International Business School got offer from prestigious company at global, Goldman Sachs, McKinsey, Google, Amazon, Apple, and some people got offer from hedge funds, investment bank at US, some people from venture capital, and some people start their own company upon graduation. So today, we have Sarah, enrollment advisor from Hult International Business School, and Sarah is going to explain the program structure, career destination, and career support, and application process, and so on. If you are interested in Hult International Business School, we are here to help you get admitted to Hult and also career support after graduation. Sarah, thank you for your time today. Please start your presentation.
Thank you, Amy. It's a pleasure to be here. And I really hope I can help everyone understand what Hult is, why you'll be so excited to come to Hult. So Hult is an American business school. We have locations in London, San Francisco, Boston, and Dubai. And we still are American business school. As Amy said, my name is Sarah Anter. I'm an enrollment advisor with Hult, and I hope to answer your questions. But in case I don't, there's my WhatsApp. You're welcome to add me and ask me anything. I will do my best to help you out. And if this is too fast, it's at the end again. Don't worry. So as Amy said, we are going to talk about how Hult is different, because I know you students have a lot of options, a lot of schools, and sometimes it's hard to figure out which one really fits you and your needs. We will also talk about the different programs, our MBA, our masters, online options, talk about scholarships, career support, again, how to contact us, and then any questions you may have, I will do my best to answer them. So when Hult was trying to figure out what they should be, they figured instead of asking the students, let's ask the bosses, let's ask the CEOs, the companies, ask the people who are going to be hiring our students. So they asked them, what do you need? What can we fix? How can we help? And the CEOs, everyone, 74% of them said there's a gap. There's a gap between what they learn and when they get to the workplace. There's something missing to make it a smoother transition. So Hult's goal and mission was to fill that gap so that the students transition seamlessly to their careers after Hult. Some of the skills that the CEOs and everyone were missing, or said were missing, are the ones you can see here. Collaboration, communication, leadership, problem solving, creativity, critical thinking, and reflective learning. And now one thing I didn't mention earlier is I am recently new to Hult. So I'm learning all this for the first time, just like you guys. And I'm also currently studying with Hult. I'm doing the online MBA. So now I'm going to give you my perspective as a student in how this presents itself in the MBA program and our other courses, our other programs at Hult. So one course you will have is a leadership course. It may have a different name, but an MBA is called your leadership. And I can tell you from my experience, you will cover leadership, you will cover communication, you will cover collaboration, and you will cover problem solving. And those leadership classes, there's more than one. So you will constantly be improving those skills. In your other courses, for example, I'm doing marketing. You will do critical thinking, you will use creativity, and all these elements that these employers are working for are ever present in every course in some way, shape, or form. So they really took the advice from the CEOs and said, the CEO said, we need this, and Hult is actively putting those in their courses. As we said, there is the skill gap. So I know many of you, I can speak for myself as well. A lot of our programs for our bachelor's degree, we learn tons of theory. We learn the lists, we learn the outlines, we learn the procedures and the acronyms and all that. But when you get to the real business world, you kind of pause for a minute thinking, okay, I know what I should know, but now how do I do it? How do I put it into practice? So Hult wants to balance that level and make it even with the knowledge and the skills. So one way, which you will see in a few moments, is Hult incorporates business challenges. Now, your business challenge, you can think of it as a term project or a module project in the case of Hult. So let's say you'll have a module you'll see later on. We're going to take all that you've learned in this module and we're going to put it in a real situation. Here's a real problem. Here's something that needs to be solved. We need your input here with a real company, a real situation, and you use everything you've learned and you put it into practice there. So that's how they are bridging the gap. We've taught you, and now we're going to guide you to implement what you've learned so that when you leave Hult and your boss asks you for help, you have the confidence to say, yeah, I got this. I've done it before. Which is what we really want our students to have, is to have that confidence when they go into their world and their life after Hult. So I want to talk about our programs. Our main program that we work with is our MBA, and is the one many students are asking us about. So as you can see here, I'll try to walk you through what you're looking at. Our MBA is 1 year. Our full-time MBA is 1 year, available at all campuses. It's 42 credits with 8 elective courses. The other courses are divided into modules, as I mentioned. So as you can see here in module 1, you have your program immersion. They give you some tools and skills that you will end up needing. For example, they taught us how to use Excel, which I was a bit rusty on, so it was definitely beneficial. After that, you see the pattern of the pink and the turquoise. So the pink is your leadership course. As I said, it repeats itself and it covers those leadership skills that these employers are looking for. Then you have 2 core courses, and then you have your business challenge. So in module 1, the one I'm working on as a student now, we just finished marketing, and next we're doing financial statement analysis. Then we will put all the skills we learned in those together to do a business challenge. Don't know what it is yet, it's a surprise, but the goal is that everything you learned is put together, that you learn how to use it, and you're also going to be working with teammates. So you get to build that network and learn from each other still, even after the course is finished. So it has up to 5 modules, similar patterns. So you're always learning, challenging, learning, challenging, so that your boss is ready for you and you have the confidence to apply for that job and accept anything your boss asks you for. In addition to our MBA degrees, we have our other master's degrees. Now here we're going to look at our MIB, our Master's in International Business, as an example of what our master's degrees look like. So our master's degrees are also 1 year. They're only available full-time, and our master's are about 36 credits with 8 elective courses. You can see here with the modules, there are fewer modules, but it's because there are more core courses in each module. So the MBA had 2 core courses. The masters have about 3 between communication and collaboration and the business challenge. So it is this similar length. It's just there's more to put into that business challenge. Communication and collaboration can be equated to the leadership courses, and the business boot camp, equivalent to the program immersion, is just getting you ready for what you're about to learn. So that is an example of what our master's degrees look like. Similar structure, similar pattern. I think is pretty great. Now, in terms of what your year or your MBA would look like, and some of the words we're going to use when we speak to you one-on-one, here's what you can expect. So you can see your module 1 and your business challenge, module 2, business challenge, again and again. This is for our MBA, and your master's degree, you can imagine it's quite similar. It's just, of course, it's going to be 3 instead of 5, so the colors will be a bit more stretched out. You can see at the top, it says home campus. Home campus is the one we refer to when that is where you're going to do your core courses. It's your home. It's where you're going to be spending most of your Hult career. And that would be from September to April. After April, you can then do your electives or your specializations if you choose to do one. Those would be from May to August. And if you are hoping to take advantage of our global aspect of our global MBA and global programs, we have our campus rotation as well. Campus rotation would allow you to do your elective courses at a different campus. So as I said, we have Boston, San Francisco, London, Dubai. Let's say you want to start in Boston, but you want to go experience Dubai a little bit. You can do your elective courses there. Keep in mind Certain electives are only available at certain campuses. So you would have to make the choice of do I really want this elective or do I really want this campus? But that rotation is available. And if you want to further extend your campus opportunities with our global programs, we also offer a dual degree program. And right now, which I will talk about more later, we have a dual degree scholarship, which would essentially give you your second degree for free. And for that second degree, you could go to another campus. So you could do 2 degrees, pay for one in a year and a half, and attend up to 3 campuses. I think that's pretty nice. Now I want to go a bit further into our MBA program. We have 2 options for our MBA program. Because of the requirement of 3 years work experience to be qualified for our MBA program, a lot of you have a good job and you like your job. You just want to get a little extra and go a bit further and finesse your skills, let's say. So I get if you don't want to leave your job, and I also get if you want the campus and international experience. So for those that want the campus and international experience, you can do our full-time MBA, 1 year, available in all campuses, only fall intake, as you can see on the screen, and it's about $85,000 US. For those of you that want to keep your job but still want to further your education, we have our global online MBA. That MBA is part-time, online, from the comfort of your home, working around your work schedule. It's about 2 years, available in 3 different time zones. So depending on when you want to study, when you have the time zones are quite accommodating. And we have 2 different intakes. Some of you could make it, but we got to work fast on it out if we do. And it's about $40,000 US, 39 to be exact. And there's really nothing you're losing in choosing one over the other. There is still teamwork. There is still networking activities. Speaking for myself, we have a bunch of WhatsApp groups with everyone in our cohort. Everyone's attending events together from campuses where they are, the areas they are. So it's still there. And even in terms of working with professors, there are still office hours. There are still ways to communicate. And you're really not losing anything in choosing one over the other. It's just what your preference of study mode is. Now, you saw before an example of our master's degree. I showed you our MIB, our Master's in International Business. In addition to that degree, we have our Business Analytics, MBAN, our Finance, MFin, Marketing, MIM, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, MEI. They're all 1 year. They're all only in person. They all have fall intake. Our MIB has a January intake, but we are cutting it close to do that. So I'm going to focus on fall intake for now for you guys. You can also see they all have an American campus available for each program, but they don't have all campuses for all programs. For example, your Master's of Finance, you can only do in Boston or London. Dubai and San Francisco are not available. So when you are making the choice of program, that's something to consider also for the global rotation. You keep that in mind and it helps you make some choices in what you want to study and where you want to study. And our dual degree scholarship, which students love when I tell them about, because I mean, why not? If you're already studying for a year, what's 6 months more to get a second degree? So right now we are offering your second degree free. So it's a full scholarship for your second degree, worth about $33,000 US. I think it's a nice number. It's pretty attractive if you ask me, which would only be available if you apply by the 19th of January. And I will explain a bit later what that process looks like. It would take you 10 minutes to be qualified for this, so please don't stress. Basically, for our dual degree program, we would ask you to do either the MBA or the MIB first. So you would do MBA first. You get your feet wet, as we'd say, with the different programs and your marketing class and your finance class and all this to see maybe what master's you want to do as your second degree. So you could do MBA and then MBAN, MBA, then MIM, et cetera, et cetera. If you don't have the 3 years work experience to qualify for the MBA, you can do the MIB. MIB is quite similar, as you saw, a few credits less, but it also does introduce you to similar courses such as marketing and finance. So whether you have the 3 years experience or not, you can do the MIB instead and do the master's degrees afterwards. But of course, we got to get your application in to get you that full scholarship. And one thing many of my students ask me is about career support. Yes, you have this great education, but where do I go afterwards? Will I get any help? Help me. So the answer to everyone's question is yes. From day one of starting your Hult journey, you will be given that career support. And not only will you get it, they will be reaching out to you. They will be telling you, okay, we got to fix up your CV. Okay, we got to fix up your LinkedIn. Okay, you need a picture. That picture is not as great as it could be. You need a new one. And you will have all this support. In addition to that, you can do mock interviews. They have career days where you can meet other employers that you might want to work with after you graduate, internships and everything. And what's really great is that it's not all done internally. We use external support as well. So the people helping you will be people that were headhunters, that were recruiters, that worked in HR. So they've hired students like you. They knew what they were looking for. They knew what impressed them and what made a candidate look better than another. So they will help you polish up your CV and everything to get you those opportunities that you wouldn't get without that support. So yes, from day one, career support, everything you need is there, and you will get quite the advantage among some other students, that's for sure. And I know sometimes numbers speak louder than words. So here are some numbers that help you understand how successful Hult students are. 94% of them, they get a job within 6 months of graduating. And yes, you're wondering, where are the other 6? Well, actually about 10% of our students get hired by themselves because they start their own companies. So everyone gets a job in some capacity within 6 months of graduating. So that is not something you need to worry about. And 100% of our students made the career change they were hoping for. They wanted to get better opportunities, higher positions. 100% of them did. Hult is actually number 12 for international students, which is why a lot of our students come in. It's why we have many Hult offices to accommodate all these students trying to come to Hult. And a lot of them do go to our US campus, and about 50% of them that go to the US campus get a job in the US after they graduate. We have an never-ending list of employers looking to hire Hult students, which also means our alumni community is ever growing as well. We have about 29,000 alumni working to help you students and to give you advice as well. And hopefully you will be part of that number next year. One last little bit of statistics is people ask us a lot, what programs did students do and where did they end up? So as you can see, our students come from many different industries, and they all end up in many different industries as well. A lot of them do end up in the finance and technology fields, but there are a lot of opportunities for you for after your MBA as well and your other degrees. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration of where you are and where you can end up, and that where you're hoping to go is possible with Hult. Now, I know you loved everything I said, or at least a few things. And you're really excited about applying, especially for that full dual degree scholarship. As I mentioned, it's not a scary application process. There's not a lot to do. It's not as stressful as you might think. So your first step to apply, there's a link at the bottom, hult.edu/apply. It's basically all the information that's in your CV. Contact information, work history, education history, and then your $95 US application fee. That's your first step. That takes, I've done it as a student myself, 5 to 10 minutes, especially if your CV is right beside and you're just copying the information there. That part is what you would have to submit by January 19th to be eligible for that full dual degree scholarship. Again, the second degree would be free. Once you apply, we get your application. We introduce you to one of our colleagues who would help you collect all your documents. You would get a deadline and they'd say, we need all these documents, and you send them as you get them, and they'll even give you advice. Okay, this is good. Let's fix this. Let's work on this. Okay, and they give you all the advice and support you need in collecting those documents. Once we have all those documents, we want to get to know you as a person, not just as you as a bunch of documents. So then you would have your personal assessment interview. You would interview with someone who works from Hult or a Hult alumni even, to get to know you and your mindset and your international experience. It's not something to stress for, I promise you. We just want to make sure you're really into Hult and that you'll work well with our other Hult students. Once you do the interview, within a week or so, you'll get your results. Once you get your results, then is when we'd have to see how serious you are. Are you serious enough about Hult to confirm your seat? You're accepted, that's great, fantastic. And then you'd have to submit your deposit for your confirmation to confirm your seat. That is the last step. Once we get that, you're on your way to Hult. Now, during this process, I know we said dual degree scholarship. We also have other scholarships as well for those that apply, that are eligible for them. So you'd also be able to choose one of these scholarships to apply for. It's not a long essay. It's not hours and hours of time. It's about 300 words. You'd send it to your enrollment advisor, and we'd give you the results when we get them. It's not hard. There's all the information on our website as well as to what to include. I think I've said 300 words or more in this in the past 5 minutes, so I think it's doable. And I know you're all excited to apply, so let's get that done by January 19th, your next deadline. As I said, if you submit the application, the 5-10 minute process, by the 19th, you are eligible for the full dual degree scholarship, second degree entirely free, worth about $33,000 US. And you get to brag to your family that you're coming to Hult. And now I know I've shared a lot of information with you, and I talk a lot. And now is your time to talk to me and ask me any question you may have.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yes, and we have questions from audience. So let's move on to the Q&A session with audience.
Okay.
The first question is a dual degree program. If I choose to earn a dual degree at Hult, how long the duration?
So your first degree is a year. Your second degree would take about 6 months.
6 months.
So 2 degrees, a year and a half.
Okay, so the second degree will be shorter than the whole, like 1 degree.
Yeah, because some of the courses do overlap. So we really focus on the courses you need to complete the second degree, so you're not repeating classes twice. So yes, the second degree is shorter, 6 months instead of a year.
And student can choose 2 degree freely from entire master's degree, right?
The second degree, yes. The first degree would have to be MBA or MIB.
Okay, so MBA plus something, or MIB plus something.
Yeah.
Okay. And the next question is a campus rotation. If I study at campus in the US, UK, and UAE of Hult, will I be able to get a visa to work in each country after graduation?
To work in each country, we would be able to have a one-on-one conversation with you as to what programs you qualify for. Usually you have to be there about a year to be able to work, and some countries you cannot work in after. So I think we better to have a one-on-one conversation about what your specific plan is and what your visa opportunities are, because it does vary with which country, which degree, where and where. But I think short answer is not all countries you'd be eligible for a visa because you wouldn't be there long enough.
Okay. And so this is a question from me. Okay. The application process.
Yes.
So the applicants have to submit their entire application components in the deadline. for example, in Japan, we support a lot of students, but they at first submit CV, resume, essay, and some recommendation, and get interview. And after the interview, some people can student submit their standardized test score.
Yes, so I think you're talking about also the English exam, which a lot of our students do need. Your English exam can come after you are accepted.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's not the easiest test. We know it takes some time to study, but you also want all these scholarships we're offering. So you could be conditionally accepted without your English test, and you would be fully accepted once you pass the English requirements.
Okay. And you how do not they do not need to submit GMAT or GRE or executive assessment?
Correct. We do not need GRE. We do not need GMAS.
Okay. Okay, that's all for the questions. And could you give us some remarks at the end? And sorry, this is one question. What kind of companies do your graduate work for?
I can show you some examples of, at least for our business challenges, some companies we worked for, which I think are pretty impressive. Let's go over here. So some of the Boston companies that we've worked for with are business challenges. As you can see, TripAdvisor, TJ Maxx, Staples, Gillette. We also have some very special Boston companies such as Wayfair and Toast and HubSpot. San Francisco, I think these are extra impressive names, if I do say so myself: Uber, Netflix, Google, Facebook. So by doing these business challenges, you also get some of these bragging rights as well. Like, oh, I did this project for Netflix and we got the best grade in class. So you get those network opportunities as well. So maybe you will end up working with Netflix, and I think that's a pretty great option for you.
And how do students get the reach to such kind of companies?
Well, with the career support and all the networking events, you would be able to meet these companies, and with your resume and all the advice from the support team, the career support team, you would get these opportunities and they would help you make the reaches you can. And if you're willing to do an internship, that's even better, because you get to work for them, prove you're worthy, prove you have all the skills and hands-on experience they're looking for, so that they cannot wait for you to graduate so they can hire you full-time.
Okay. Yeah, so we have a lot of students, and we have supported a lot of students get into Hult and after graduation. For example, some people got offer from Hedge Fund, and Hult has a strong career support. And also we have supported students for a job interview, resume, CV, and how to utilize LinkedIn and so on. Yes, and so please, could you give us some closing remarks and deadline information?
Of course. So all your questions you have, in case you have some more from this that you thought of only after this live stream ended, you can add my WhatsApp and I will do my best to answer you and give you all the support you need. Our deadline is January 19th. As you can see here, nice and big. Please don't forget, because we want to help you get that dual degree scholarship. Again, submit your application, 10-minute process by this day, and then we help you with the rest. And we are always here for everything you need. Even birthday wishes, you will probably get one from Hult once you apply. So we are always here for you to support you, and we do whatever we can to get you to Hult.
Okay, so let me confirm. So applicants needed to complete their application process by the deadline.
The entire process, no, just the application form online.
Application form at first,
Yeah.
so they don't need to prepare and complete their essay, resume, and some application materials. Okay.
No, that comes after, yes.
All they need to do is submit the application form.
Yes.
It's the very basic information.
Yeah, essentially all what's on your CV already.
Okay. Yes, and we have some more questions. And so how has many global students, in which countries do most of them come from?
They come from all over the world. Honestly, it's hard to show exactly. We do have some statistics. I believe it's 150 nationalities we have. Here are some beautiful numbers. 150 nationalities and counting. Our students speak over 2,000 languages combined. They range from 16 years old, quite young for our bachelor's degrees, all the way up to 67. You're never too old to learn. There's always more to learn. And most of our students are studying outside their home country. So even if you're in the States, you are not surrounded by Americans. You are surrounded 95% of international students just like you who want that global experience.
Yes, as the Hult of the name, International Business School, Hult International Business School, there's a lot of diversity in Hult.
Very much so, yes.
Yes, and the next question is about a career support. I'd like to ask the career support because I heard Hult has a great career support team. Could you tell me the details?
Basically from day one, they will be reaching out to you, as we talked about before, telling you, okay, first step, let's work on your CV. Make sure your CV looks pristine. We're going to work on your LinkedIn. Here's some things to include. Here's some things to add. Maybe add your GPA to your LinkedIn. Maybe add your IELTS score to your LinkedIn. Everything that'll help you look better to an employer. As we also said, the people helping you have worked in HR. They have worked as headhunters. They've worked as recruiters, so they know what those people are looking for, so they can help you give them what they are looking for. So any support you need, they are there for you, and you don't have to go out of your way to find them because they will be reminding you of everything they can help you with from day one.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd like to add one thing to the career support. Yeah, Hult definitely has strong career support, I think, and we offer advisors offering strong career support. We have a lot of advisors from Goldman Sachs, McKinsey, GAFAM, and Big Four, and so on. And students at first design their career destination at first, and then create their essay and application process. And even after enrollment at Hult and other business school also, and after graduation, we support the job hunting process. So if you are interested in Hult, and if you are interested in consulting with our advisors, please let us know.
Yes, we are always here, and there's always the support that you guys are looking for between Hult and Alpha. You guys are covered.
Yes. So and one more question. I think this is the last question from me. Are there any scholarship or loans available? I think you have the scholarships for secondary degree,
Yes.
The full scholarship. And is there any loans available for international students?
For international students, we do have two programs that we recommend to students a lot. One is called Prodigy, and that usually covers 80% of living costs and tuition. So a lot of our students are very excited about that one. They find it the most helpful. Another one we work with is Empower, the letter M and the word power. We can share the links with you if you add me. And that they also help you a little bit with loans. But Hult itself does not offer the loans directly, but we can help you find those solutions.
Okay, thank you. So student can utilize two student loans.
Yes. 2 good ones at least.
Okay. Okay. So, this is the deadline for run 3 is January 19th. All you need to do is at first, please come to Alpha Advisors. Then we can connect the Sarah or enrollment advisor. That's how this help you go through the application process more smoothly, and we can help your application process also. And all you have to do is at first come to Alpha Advisors at first, and you have free consultation with Alpha Advisors at first, and then we can connect you to the Hult, the enrollment advisors at Hult. And this is our free consultation form. Please come to our website, and if press the button of get free consultation. So after you have conversation with our advisors, if you are interested in Hult, we can connect you to enrollment advisors at Hult, and you can ask free anything to enrollment advisors at Hult. And we can help you prepare for the application interview and also the job hunting process after graduation. Thank you for listening, and we are looking forward to have a conversation with you about your career and MBA application process and the career goal. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. It was a pleasure sharing with you guys.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.